boy, do I have a set of recipes for you. Hey guys, Kira here from 50 Shades of Mom. Welcome back to another Saute Saturday. So I decided that I wanted to just keep rolling with this copycat theme. When Nicole and I decided to collab yesterday on these copycat recipes, I just could not decide. Did I want to do the Panera bread, mac and cheese and smoothie, or did I want to do Mom's guilty pleasures and do a Frappuccino and a brownie? And I just decided, okay, well, I'm due for Saute Saturday the next day anyway. Why choose? Let's just do them all. So yesterday I shared my collab with Nicole Burgess and I cooked Panera breads, mac and cheese, which was absolutely delicious, and their green passion smoothie. So I'll put a link to that video at the end in case you missed it. But in this video, we're gonna have Starbucks. So I decided that I'm gonna share with you the double fudge Starbucks brownie. It's definitely one of my favorite pastries that get me in that case whenever I go inside and stare at all those goodies through the glass window. And then we're gonna make a Java chip Frappuccino, which I have a neat little twist on. We're gonna be able to do a more kid-friendly version and then the more coffee-related mom version. So my son Mason is gonna be cooking in the kitchen with me. I'm gonna go get him set up. He needs a little help getting his apron on and everything. He wants to look perfectly professional for you guys. So I'm gonna go get him and ourselves set up and we'll be back to start with the brownies. Okay guys, so I am back and this is my buddy. What's your name, buddy?
Megan.
Mason. So Mason and I are gonna show you the ingredients that you are going to need to make the double fudge Starbucks brownies. Okay, so once we get these brownies into the oven, then we'll work on the smoothie, Frappuccino. All right, let's get started. So Mason and I are gonna show you what you need. Yeah, where's the butter? You need butter, right? One stick of butter.
And 2 eggs.
2 eggs, right? And what's this?
Butter.
No, that's cocoa powder.
Cocoa powder.
Yeah. That's vanilla.
Vanilla.
Yep. And what are these?
Chocolate chip.
Chocolate chips. Don't stick your grimy little hands in there, you silly butt. What's this?
Sugar.
Sugar, right. And what's this?
Sugar.
Flour. Flour, right. Okay, and that's all that you guys are going to need to make this recipe. Butter, eggs, cocoa powder, vanilla, sugar, chocolate chips, and flour. We have a measuring cup here. We have some measuring cups here. I will help you retie that. Give me 1 second. And then you're going to need an 8x8 pan. It suggests that you line the pan with tin foil for easy cleanup. So if they say it's gonna work like that, I'm golden. Easy cleanup is better for me. And then to spray it with a cooking spray. So I'm using this coconut cooking spray inside of the foil. So the first instructions are to take this butter, put it in the microwave and get it completely melted, approximately 1 minute. Our butter is probably gonna take a little longer. It was frozen, so probably take us a little bit longer, but we're gonna preheat the oven to 350 degrees and we're gonna put the butter in the microwave and get it all melty. So the butter is completely melted and we're ready for the next step. So the next step says 1 cup of sugar. Okay, Mason, go ahead, dump it in. Good job. So that was 1 cup of sugar. And now we're gonna work on the eggs, okay?
Okay, I'm gonna grab one.
Okay, nice and easy because we don't want to get shells in our bowl. Okay, good job. All right, good, thank you. I'll take that, put it right here. Thanks, you're gonna have to wash your hands. Stop, Don't move. Don't touch another thing. You're gonna have to wash your hands.
I like my hand.
Okay, look at that. See, Mom cracked with one hand. That's called skill. Hold on, don't move. And now we need 2 teaspoons of vanilla.
Okay. On to it.
Okay, you are gonna mix. That's the next step. You ready to mix?
Yeah.
Okay, so the next step is whisking this all together. Okay guys, so now our next step is adding in 1/2 cup of cocoa powder.
Wait, I want to do the cocoa powder.
Oh, you want to do the cocoa powder?
Yeah, I'm not going to make it mess.
You're not going to make a mess? How do you know that?
I got magic.
Oh, because you're magic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Hold on, let me put it in this cup.
Okay.
Hold on, nice and easy in the bowl. 1/2 cup cocoa powder.
We're making it black.
Okay, let's get back to mixing. Now it does say that it's going to be thick and that you're going to have to press it into there. And now here is the best part. We're gonna fold in 1.5 cups of our 2 cups of chocolate chips, and the last 1/2 cup is gonna go on top. I'm not gonna recommend using a whisk in this step just because it's too thick at this point. Your best bet is to use a spatula and fold it in. As Mason would say, boy, that looks nummy.
No, I eat. No. Yummy. With it.
It's delicious.
Yeah.
All right, we're ready to put it into the pan. So I'm just gonna take the spatula and I'm just gonna scoop it all out into this pan, and we're gonna press it down and form it into this 8x8.
That will be with it.
All right, now it's time to put the last of the chocolate chips on top.
Okay, I'm gonna put the chocolate.
Yep, you can help too, buddy. Go ahead. Whoa. You just stuck your whisk on my shirt. Really, bud? All right, and they also say to just push them down a little bit so that the chips bake into the chocolate and don't fall out when you're cutting it later.
Mommy, it's whipping, Mommy.
Uh-oh, all right. All right, we're gonna wash up from our mess and then we're gonna get this into the oven. In the oven, guys, 25 to 30 minutes or until golden brown. Okay guys, so the brownies are in the oven and they are cooking, and while they're cooking, I'm gonna make myself a coffee. I definitely need it after cooking brownies with that kid. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's absolutely amazing, but cooking with kids in the kitchen is not as glamorous as everybody shows it on YouTube to be. So now that he is upstairs showering off the 5 pounds of brownie mix he ate, like if you don't follow me on any social media, let me insert right here what he looked like right before I sent him up the stairs.
Pepper, what?
A Frappuccino.
What's a Frappuccino?
We're about to make one. So that's my boy covered in chocolate frosting. He licked the whisk, the spatula, the bowl. I know that's the glorious things about cooking. So I let him enjoy himself, and now he is up showering off the Starbucks chocolate, and now Mom is gonna make herself a treat. So let me take you to the counter and show you what you need to make a Java chip Frappuccino. Okay guys, so here's the trick to this Frappuccino, all right? So you are going to need ice, which I'll put ice in the blender last, but you're gonna need 1.5 cups of ice, and then you're gonna need 1 cup and 3/4 of milk, 1/4 cup of heavy cream, 5 tablespoons of Hershey syrup, 5 tablespoons of chocolate chips, 3/4 of a pack of chocolate pudding, and then they said whipped cream's optional, but I've never heard of optional for whipped cream on a Frappuccino. It's me, that's a must. And then what makes it the Java is the coffee. If you are to omit the coffee, this is a double chocolate Frappuccino. So Starbucks recipe for their double chocolate Frappuccino is this. And then if you bring this in, it becomes a Java chip. So I don't really think my kids need any additional caffeine. The chocolate I think is going to be good enough. So I'm going to blend this first, just like this, the instructions without the coffee. Let my kids have a little taste and enjoy it, and then I'm gonna add this back in for myself. Okay guys, so I got my trusty blender. So let's put all the ingredients in here, literally because we're not really baking anything. It's adding all those ingredients into the blender and pushing go. Okay guys, so first step is 3/4 cup of milk. Now 1/4 cup of heavy cream. All right, and then it says 3/4 of a packet of chocolate pudding, so I'm just gonna eyeball that. Okay, and now we're gonna add 5 tablespoons of chocolate chips. Now 3 tablespoons of chocolate syrup. And now 1.5 cups of ice. Okay, now let's blend our double chocolate Frappuccino. Okay guys, so we have our double chocolate Frappuccino. So I'm gonna pour a little bit of this out into a cup, and then I'm gonna come back right here, put this back and add the coffee in so it could be my Java chip. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna add the coffee. And I put 2 teaspoons like this. This is the coffee like spoon that I use for my jar. So it's like a teaspoon, and I did 2 heaping teaspoons of that, but I like really strong coffee, so you might wanna play with that a little bit if you'd like. Lids back on. Here we go. Okay guys, so I finished the Frappuccino, and now we're gonna get a little fancy in the glass. You guys are gonna get a chance to see a little of my bartending skills from back when I bartended. Little mudslide skills right there. Ooh, I'm a little weak on the skills. But you get the drift. We put a little chocolate syrup all inside. Gonna pop off this lid. Oh, baby. I don't think you know how bad I really want this. All right, now the best part. Whipped cream. And a few chocolate chips. And a little chocolate drizzle. Oh, stinkin' my. All right, guys, there it is. That looks so, 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 so delicious. So I'm gonna go cut up those brownies, and I will be back to show you that. And for perfect ambiance, I even have my Starbucks candle from the Dollar Tree burning. So it literally just smells like a Starbucks cafe in here. The hardest thing is going to be to wait the 2 hours that they instruct you to let this cool. I don't know if I can handle that, but I guess my kids kind of need a break, being that Mason just, like I said, licked his weight in chocolate. So I guess I will drink my coffee and wait for this to cool. Let me see. What do you think of it? Not me, Goober. You take a bite. Okay guys, so here are the brownies cooled. I pulled them out right in this tin foil. It came out perfect. I just kind of laid it here and let it cool. It said to put it on a cooling rack, but I really didn't want to mess with moving it over. I feel like even though it did come out clean, like the recipe said, or just wet chocolate chips, but not like goo, I still feel like it might have been able to stay a little bit longer in the oven. Maybe just another 5 or 10 minutes, because it's very fudgy. Like, I feel like the ones from Starbucks are just not as fudgy as this, but this is so good. It's just very decadent. Like, they suggested you cut it in the wedges, just like Starbucks, like the size wedge, which is what you get, but you pay like $3 or whatever, so you should get a decent size wedge when you purchase it. But I only cut mine like in these squares, like you would fudge, because I feel like it's very rich and very decadent. Plus, I coupled it with a Java chip Frappuccino, which I really just wanted the coffee, and I think I did a pretty good job of hitting that drink. So I just think overwhelming. It was just a lot of chocolate. Maybe I wouldn't suggest making both of these at the same time, but these really did come out so super close to the actual brownie, other than the fact that I feel like this is a little fudgier. Maybe the few extra minutes in the oven might have done it, but still super good. And with that, oh my goodness, I feel like I kind of ate my calories and drank my calories, so maybe tonight I'll be passing on dinner. Okay guys, so my boy and I definitely made a complete mess of the kitchen, but we had a lot of fun and everything was so stinking yummy. Absolutely delicious, but very sweet, very decadent, and my kids are overwhelmingly piped up on sugar. I am covered in flour and chocolate syrup, and I need a lot of cleaning up to do of myself, the kitchen, and the kids. So I'm gonna go take care of them. But I hope you guys liked all the recipes that you saw today. If you did, give this video a big thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please hit that subscribe button and tap that bell. I do a Saute Saturday every other Saturday. There's so many food related things on this channel and so much more. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see everyone in my next video. Bye guys.